Hey girl, welcome to the Phee Show where it's phenomenal vibes only. Today we have an awesome guest. I'm sure you've seen her on your screens one way or the other. She's made me laugh. She's taught me so much without even knowing it. Today I present to you Caritas IE, well known as Tatas.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
At this very point of your life, before we get into it, how would you describe this buzz that is going on in your life?
Oh,
How do you title it?
what God is doing in my life, dear, crazy.
Crazy.
That's what I'll title it. I'm in my new season, so it can't be so bad.
That's right. I love that. Tell us a bit about Caritas.
Oh, it's not that deep, Caritas. Who's Caritas? Okay. I would describe myself as wow. I don't like this question at all. I don't like answering this question because sometimes I struggle. I'm like, who am I really?
Yeah. Who
am I? Okay, I'll try. I'm an only child. Mm-hmm. I'll call myself light of the world.
A city on a hill that cannot be hidden.
Yes, that's me. Founder Tatas Friends Foundation. Oh, of course, curators of KANA for the Needy. If you know it, then you know it. I'm a serial entrepreneur, and then I'm a content creator as well.
I love that part, serial entrepreneur.
Yeah, because the dream is big.
It's big.
Yeah.
It's still unfolding.
Yeah. What we are doing is just the tip. Yeah.
But so before we even get further, one of the reasons why she's here, I was walking on the streets of Instagram, minding my business. The idea for the podcast had just come up, and the funny thing was she was like the second person on my list of people that I wanted on the podcast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, I was like, how am I going to now go and text her and now explain I'm doing this and I'm doing that? Then I saw she's on live. She's like, come, you push, come. And you see, she has a very funny title for her lives. I was like, let me go and see what's going on. I went online. She was livid. See how bubbly she is. She was livid. Why? She said she went on TikTok. She saw some TikTok of girls, doing funny things, weird things online.
Yeah. I was livid.
Yeah, she was livid. And I was like, should I get angry like that? So for her to be upset. And I stayed throughout the live and I was like, Caritas, let's do something like this.
Right.
Because there are so many people in this generation that want the shortest way out.
Oh yes, no. Like 90%. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Fast food, fast everything, microwave generation.
Everything.
How do you think we should handle this compromise in our generation?
One time I was telling a friend of mine that it's our fault too. We didn't try.
Who and who?
Millennials, we didn't try.
Why?
You see, we don't like showing the BTS of what we do.
True.
We don't let these young people see that we go through a lot to see the glitz and glam. Yeah. So all they see is the results. Yeah. But they don't see the process.
They came to me the Instagram reels.
Exactly. So they don't see the process. Yeah. And so in their minds, it's easy. You see, if you've not told somebody that you have toiled for about 8 years or 10 years to get to where you are, they are only coming to see you in a nice car, nice dress, attending seminars, big branches, being on panels, without knowing how you got there. Yeah. So in their mind, if you can get there, they can also get there. But
they are comparing their now to your 10 years investment.
Exactly. So that's what it is. Example, for instance, KANA for the Needy, we just had our 8th edition. Some other people have come and said, Tatas, how are you guys doing? I'm like, you know what? This is the 8th edition. So it means I started from 1st edition to 8th edition. 1st edition, 10,000 cities is what we made. That was 2015. 8th edition, we made 136,000. It's a process. Yeah. We've come from a far...
8 years. Yes. Even within that, I think I listened to your story. Even within that 8 years, it felt at a point you had gone back.
At a point, we made 30. Imagine this whole event, we make 13,000 cities. That's like 2023 or 2022. Yeah. So, this generation and fast pace, 5 and 6. I don't know how we can... For me, in my own little way, I think I'm trying. Yeah. But I don't know if others are trying. I don't know if
I mean, that's the purpose for this show, actually, because I felt like there are so many people, women especially, doing phenomenal things, but then they don't tell their stories, so then people don't get to hear that it's a gradual process.
You think they don't?
Well, they do, but are they willing to listen? Are the youth willing to listen? They want the fast pace. Not everybody wants to come and waste or spend 30 to 40 minutes listening to someone else's story. Okay. You get what I'm coming from?
I understand, but I think people are trying to tell their story, but people will listen to what they want to listen to.
True.
That's the problem. True. And it's how we are telling the story. How are you telling the story? You see, we have a lot of grass to grace stories, but there are grace to grace stories. If your parents are rich and you know, they cushion you up and you achieve something. When you're telling your story, say your parents were rich and they cushioned you, and this is where you have got it. It's not bad. Yeah. You see, we are too used to the grass to grace.
Yeah.
And so everybody who comes to even tell that story, even if it's grace to grace, they want to do a little bit of grass. We struggled a bit. Or when we were going to school, they made us work even though the car was at home.
Like, really?
Yeah. So it's people are trying, but it's how we are telling the stories.
Yeah.
Tell the real story.
But on this journey that you've been in, have you been tempted to dilute your story? No,
my story has always been the same. Anyway, I don't have time. My thing is, I cannot continue some things that I'll start. You know, everything that I start, I want to be able to continue freely. I think my quest to have peace of mind is one thing. Yeah. And integrity is a part of me. I cannot, for anything.
For popularity, for influence.
Please. The story is the same.
But tell us, how did you grow your page? I've been curious. I've been wanting to ask you.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, I had a page called Go Digital. As at 2016, we were almost at 70K. Then I dropped it. And it was my personal page. I dropped it and I started the page I have now, somewhere 2016, 2017. I would never say that it was a speed thing to grow my page. With time, you realize that your people are already there. You just need to find them to be able to grow your page. Yeah. And you really, really need to stick to a good plan. If you have a good plan, you and I'm saying this to you to have a good plan, but I didn't have a plan. I did vibes, Vim, Inshallah. I was just doing all that. I was just moving. I liked doing videos. I still do. I like doing videos. I just like talking, and I just like being a funny person. Yeah. That's just it. But with time, I have realized that comes with a lot of work and consistency. Because sometimes you tend to burn out and you're not able to. So tell the story. Be very relatable. Yeah. That's what I think it is. Be extremely relatable. And trust me, your people are there. You find them. So it shouldn't be that hard. It's hard, but it shouldn't be that hard.
But in this process of building platforms, how do you handle isolation and criticism? Because it looks like there are so many people following you. You have friends, especially for the people, those of us who started with Facebook friends. You have so many friends, you have so many followers, but in real life, there's just a small inner circle that speaks to you. How do you deal with isolation? How do you deal with criticism? How do you handle that?
Okay, so with that part, it's the reverse for me. I had a lot of friends, in real life. And then the other was, but now it has rather reversed. I have an inner circle, and I really do not want a lot of
people in your inner circle.
In my space. Unfortunately, life experiences will teach you that. And for me, that's what it did. Life experiences. Human beings have really taught me a lot. And so, unfortunately, I get people that say, "Can I be your friend?" And an outright no comes out of my mouth. I'm like, no,
you're protecting your space.
I don't want new friends. I think I'm okay here. It's either you are sticking with me on the internet and we can vibe, because I respond to my DMs a lot. I'm actually very easy, so I would respond to my DM, but let it stay there. You know what I mean? Dealing with isolation. Before, I would have said it was really difficult to isolate myself, because I grew up like as the youngest person in my house, where only my mom and my aunties, I was the only child in that space. I liked outside a lot, so I wasn't that person that would isolate myself, and I would force my way into the spaces.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm a homebody. I like isolating
you
myself.
Like keeping to yourself.
I like isolating myself. I can be in the house the whole day. I don't care. I don't even want to. My friends hate that
stressful.
Yeah, my friends hate that my phone is almost always on D&D. Sometimes before you call me, I have to move it from D&D. Then after we are done, I'll put it back there. Yeah. Like that's how my phone comes off 10 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah. It's on D&D till 10 a.m.
Wow.
After 10, before 10, you
won't
get me. And it's hard to
because you've literally answered my next question. I was going to ask you, in this world where everything is so public, how do you guard your heart? And I think that's the part you're on right now.
I had to learn this thing I'm telling you. The phone goes off at 8 p.m. D&D is 8 p.m. One of my friends was like, that's too early.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. At that time, I don't want to hear anybody's problems or any gist again from that time till 10 a.m.
And what led you to that point?
I get tired. I'm really trying my best for myself. So I get tired.
Yeah.
And getting tired and then coming home, there's someone wants to keep you on the phone the whole time.
Yeah. Like you're protecting your own space.
Yes. The only person that can keep me on the phone the whole time is my mother. For now. So there's an exclusivity on my phone where when she calls, when it's on D&D, my mom, when she calls, it will come through. My junior aunt, when she calls, it will come through. My partner, when he calls, it will come through.
That's all.
That's all. My friends can leave that. Just send a WhatsApp and I'll respond later. But if you don't, I had to push myself.
Push yourself.
Yeah, if you don't, you really spiral. And I've spiraled so many times. I don't want it again.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
What was one defining moment in your life where you refused to compromise? Like, was there ever a moment where you're like, I can see this temptation, I'm not going to compromise?
Yeah. Oh, so many times. I have had that countless times, especially for someone who runs an NGO. Countless. There's been countless times. Aside that, there's also been countless times where I have not compromised in this brand influencer content creation space, where I'll give you a typical example. I'll give you two examples, one for the NGO and one for the content creation space. And then I'll give you one for my life itself, normal. Yeah. So for the content creation space, there's an agency named Withheld, of course. They put you on the job, and there's a guy involved who's the one.
It's always a guy involved.
Yeah, so the guy is trying to tell me he's the one who brought my name up for me to be considered to be a part of the influencers for that brand. I was like, oh, thank you. And then he was like, so what's up? When can he visit me? I'm like, well, excuse me, what's there? He was like, oh no, he's seen on the internet that I'm single. Yeah, around that time I was. So he just thinks we can vibe, like he can come to my house, I'll cook. I'm like, no, you're kidding.
Look at where you're even starting from.
Yeah, and I'll cook and then we'll just chill. And then I said, oh no, I don't like people coming to my house. And truly, like I don't like people coming to my house.
Yeah, why are
then
you
he
doing
says,
my space?
oh, we can meet somewhere. I'm like, no, really, I don't want to meet you.
So you just didn't like him,
yeah,
or it was work focused?
No, I'm grateful for what you've done, but I don't want it. I don't want the association.
Yeah.
Then he's like, well, I don't want to. He thinks that I don't want to continue being a brand influencer for the brand. That's what he thinks. I didn't get to continue anyway. After 3 months, they took me off the list, to be honest.
You couldn't be bothered.
No, come on. If you know me, you know me. Yeah, I can't be bothered though. Accra, I'll never be hungry in Accra. Yeah. In this town. Oh, no. I'll always be good.
Yeah.
So, I didn't compromise at all. And up till now, when he sees me in public, no, he's not able to look at me. Yeah.
But in that story, what was it like? Is it you just didn't like him? Or you just felt like he was crossing the line?
The statement, I recommended you for the job. I brought your name up.
Yeah.
Immediately, it told me everything. Yeah. It almost felt like, so it's time to pay me.
Exactly.
For what I did.
It wasn't genuine.
If it's money, then tell me so that I'll look for the money for you. But the way you were coming, when he was coming, it was, I'm not a child. I know this industry. If they want to put your back for ground, there are so many ways they do it. And before you realize, you feel like you owe them that whole thing. And they have a way. They have a way. So, no, I wasn't going to do that. Now, for NGO, let's be honest. We watch a lot of movies on Netflix. And recently, I watched one, Baby Farm. And... people are like, there are NGOs that are covering up doing that. Yeah, they are. There are a lot of, but one day when God does it for us and we see them, we will now see them, but we believe, most of us in that industry believe that they are. Now, my thing here is, you get tempted, you know, when someone comes and says, oh, you know, Tatas and Friends, can we do business with you? Can we do business together? You know, and then you will be the medium. We'll tell them that we are a part of you and we are running a project. And I'm like, you know, one thing, we have built this thing with so much integrity and accountability. You cannot ruin it for me. I will not compromise.
They want to skip the hard work and then just get the results.
Yes, but sometimes too, they're telling me that they want to do you want to do a whole documentation, and you know, you're making it try to look like a legit business, but I can feel within my spirit that this thing may not be legit. Yeah. Do you understand? So discernment is one thing I don't play with. Yeah, so I just take myself out of such spaces, and I promise you that, listen, whatever you do after me is none of my business. Yeah. Like, I like my peace. So, yeah, so I really, compromising, no, it's really, you will not get me until the Holy Spirit has actually told me to do something. You will not get me. You know, Charlie, it's hard.
It's very hard.
Yeah, it's hard to get me because I think a lot. I don't look it, but I think deeply. I'll think so much, and if my spirit is heavy about it, it will not work. So that one there.
But I remember the last time you posted, I think that was your first edition of, I can't recall the name, but then you were meeting like the younger generation.
Unfiltered with Tatas.
Unfiltered, yes. Yeah, what was the inspiration?
Oh, no, you know, this is something that I wanted to do years ago. Yeah. And then I was like, you know what? Until I take a first step, I won't know how it will work. Yeah, because I was concerned a lot about the young people and the drug addiction. In fact, drug addiction was the main thing for me. Like the level of addiction that we see.
Actually thought it was sexual immorality, but
it was a lot, but the drugs part got me a lot because I witnessed something like a young person who was an addict, and it was intense. It was a personal encounter. No, yeah, I met the person. Oh yeah, so it was heavy, and I had gone and roam around town and seen some things myself, and I'm like, I mean, also Oxford Street is a typical example of a place you can see things happening at night, you know. So that whole thing was just for me to enter into the mind of the younger generation and understand what's going on. And I did. And apparently we have to be serious, because as young as class 4, 5, and all know a lot of things.
Class 4, 5?
Yeah. Me, my class 4, I was busily writing letter to a boy or something for jokes. But they are class 4. People are in class 4, class 5 who don't come to school. They'll be addicted to game centers. They'll be addicted to, and that's how it starts. From game center, you graduate to something else, because that's where you meet the older people who are doing all these things. You know what I mean?
Well, as you're talking, there's something that's coming to my mind. When I was growing up and I was in school, there was these kindergarten. I was probably in class 6, and then these kindergarten children, they are there saying that they are playing mommy and daddy. I'm like, okay. I mean, I was class 6. I'm not a hair older than them, but mommy and daddy, and then I see that the guy is trying to pull the girl's trousers down, and they in KG too. And you know, I was shocked. So then I decided, I was like, I asked him, where did you learn it from? Oh, we've been seeing the adults do it. And I was like, no, where exactly did you learn it from? Then he goes to tell me that he's been watching, was it Rosalinda at the time, or he's been watching these, you know, when the adults are watching supposed adults TV, they are not minding the fact that the children are around.
Charlie, curiosity. Children are curious, by the way. I'm not even saying, you see this mommy and daddy. Me, I did some. And
who didn't?
Yeah, I did some. And
show my hand if you didn't.
And you know what's funny? You know, we lived in a compound house, so it was even worse off. You know, in a neighborhood, a local official town, big compound house. It was worse off. I remember how my mother dealt with me that day. Yeah. So for children, it's curiosity. But right now, it's not just curiosity. We've actually handed over the thing to them. Yeah, we've handed it over. Most of them have tablets. Most of them are seeing things. Yeah, are watching things.
So how do we curb it? Probably there's a parent watching you. There's, you know, a guardian watching you right now. To be honest, I cannot
teach somebody how to raise their child. Do you understand? There are some questions when you ask me, I'll tell you that I'm not in the position. I don't have a child.
In the social media space,
exactly. I don't have a child, so I wouldn't know. But all I can say, I think regulating is very important. Like, a lot of children have social media accounts, but it's very regulated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, I don't know how some parents do it, but they are able to see what their children
are watching and
yes,
doing.
and who their children follow online and all of these things. Social media is a part of that. It can never go away.
Yeah.
Yes. So we have to accept it and then find a way that our children or our young ones will not fall prey to certain things. So I don't know how to really say that somebody should raise their child, because some people have children that are a bit grumpy.
Yeah.
So tablets calm them.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I won't know how to tell the parents, but I hope that you raise your child in God, and then you are directed by God on how to handle. That's
on a case by case basis.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's not one size fits all.
No, it's not.
And let's talk about mentorship. Right? It's funny. Speaking about, I'm still like mentorship and manipulation. Like, how do you know when guidance has crossed the line?
Mentorship, mentee-mentor conversation is something that I'm so sorry. This is going to be public, but it really annoys me in this generation, to be honest.
Why?
Yeah. In my early 20s, I fell prey to some of these things. So, you know what? I've seen clearly what some of these things
can become. Prey.
Yeah. When you serve the wrong person, I'm not against serving. In the Bible, it teaches us to serve.
Yeah.
So, but what happens is when you serve the wrong person, or when you serve the person that God has not asked you to serve, it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
You are stagnant. Yeah. And trust me, you won't learn anything. Now, when I say I fell prey, knowing some people who were popular at that time was big flex.
Yeah.
Being around them was big flex. But I grew up to realize that those were not the people that God wanted me to serve in any way. And when I say
to them.
Yes, when I say mentorship, mentee-mentor irritates me. It's because of a lot of things that I'm privy to, and the stories that come to me. I'm not saying everybody who's a mentor is bad, or everybody who's a mentee is bad, but 80% of the stories are in a bad spectrum. And I wish that, if you as a person, you are watching me and you claim to be a mentor, I hope you do a proper soul search before you take on someone to teach the person. To teach someone is a serious thing.
Yeah.
That's why I keep saying
actions end in actions.
Yeah, people don't respect teachers, and it pisses me, because it's not easy to teach somebody something. And most of these people are creating their proteges. Mentees are not their original self. Most of them are a carbon copy of their mentors.
Yeah.
So that's why I say that.
To teach them to evolve into themselves. Yeah.
When God gives you someone to mentor you, you will not be subdued. You will not be reduced. Your ideas will not be stepped on or stolen. It will feel good. Yeah. The person will help you climb.
Yeah, you stand on their shoulders.
Yes. Actually. Let people come and tell us their stories about mentor-mentee. If I tell you a story right now, you marvel.
Wow.
Yeah.
But how would you advise a young lady who is being pressured by an elder person, like being told to be followed in a certain direction? So the elderly is
pressuring the younger person.
Yeah, like they are in that kind of relationship. It might not be an official mentee-mentor relationship, but then they are under pressure to follow suit to what the elderly person is saying.
So I'm going to speak from a point of faith. I believe in Jesus, and so not everything that you tell me is what I will take. I need to go into a place of prayer to inquire.
Yeah.
Whether what you are telling me is
it's in alignment.
Exactly. It's unfortunately a lot of people don't do that. We go to God only when we have problems.
Yeah.
But you see, some of these decisions you have to make it with God. And so you really need to toe that direction. Why? If somebody is telling you something and you can clearly see that this thing this person is telling me is crippling me, why are you taking it?
Yeah. And sometimes I've seen it's so engulfing, like you wouldn't even see it coming, because the person keeps giving you ropes It either finance, so the one I saw is like the person is there for you financially. You tell the person your dreams, your aspirations, they are there, they support you till they see you as competition. Till it becomes a toxic relationship.
Who comes and says, I want to be your mentor, and suddenly sees you as competition, that should tell you everything you need to know.
Exactly.
You see, this thing you just said brings me to this point. I hardly take favors. Yeah, financial favors. The only financial favor that people can do me is donate to my NGO. Great, I appreciate it. Personal financial favors is very hard.
Yeah.
And I am grateful to God that I have people that if I find myself in a tight place financially, they'll be there. I don't have to go outside, or I don't have to accept a favor that will hang around my neck for. Sorry guys, I have a flu. Hang around my neck for a very long time. Yeah. Some people are still paying the price for a favor that they took. One time, a friend of mine, shout out to Abena, said that she came on Instagram stories to say, like, she didn't understand. She actually said, why don't you like asking? Like, you know, when you need something, just, you know, when you call me, I'll just wire the money to you. That's how much, like, I feel like God has put me in the midst of people who truly love me. So financial favors, it will not happen by the grace of God.
Amen.
Even when I was in my early 20s, it never happened. I wasn't doing anything with my life at that time, but my mother was there consistently. I got my monthly allowance all the time. So your financial favors, it will not hang around my neck. You see, those are the kind of things that happen when you take some of these favors. They hang around your neck so much that now when the person is actually teaching you the wrong thing and you can tell that they are teaching you the wrong thing, you don't know how to say no, or I won't do it.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, so you have to guard yourself on something. You know, just guard yourself. And if I know the kind of favors that you accept, it's very important. There are some favors you accept and that's the end. For a long time, you have regrets. So because of that, I'm very careful. Yeah, I do not... if you do something for me, I have to do something in return. That's another... that's another problem my friends have with me. The moment you do something, and I need to start, praying myself out of that mindset where I feel like somebody can use this thing against me. So... I have to do something for you so that it will balance it out. Then my spirit can be calm. Do you understand?
What about receiving? But you should be able to receive from people that you trust.
I was the one telling somebody, you don't know how to receive that. But I've come to realize how difficult it is for me to receive. Yeah, I receive it and then my mind's actually, I don't want anybody to come and one day be angry and then be... You see, it's because of the things we see on the internet. You're going to be angry one day and say, but this girl, she said she gave me... God, I beg. It's... all of these things, I'll pray myself out of it. But for now, I'm very careful the kind of favors I accept.
But leading to my next question then, so how are you able to discern, like practically, a good opportunity from a God opportunity?
Simple. A God opportunity will not put you in a place of confusion.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's like a very simple...
A God opportunity, you'll not be confused.
Yeah, that's true.
The other opportunity, your mind will battle.
Yeah.
Hey, the moment you realize that you are battling in your mind, know that it's not from God.
Yeah.
Because when it's from God, it's seamless.
It comes with peace.
Oh, it comes with peace. It's not only life that's when it's from God, it comes with peace. Every other thing, when it's from God, there's peace. That's my simple way of just explaining it. When it's from God, it won't confuse you.
But have you ever questioned your convictions?
Oh, yes.
Are you willing to tell us? How did you find your way back?
I've questioned it. Just because, and I'll say it here, just because, people are bold about Christ and everything, does not mean that they don't have struggles. I'll use something Franklin. What's his name?
Which one?
This musician.
Kirk Franklin.
Yeah, Kirk Franklin. I'll use him as an example. We all saw what came out some years ago about him having a particular struggle. Yeah. But one thing I liked was he didn't leave the presence of God. He was still there, and that's how he got his healing, or that's how he was able to come out of some of the things. And so, for me, staying still staying at their feet is one of the things.
That's how you keep yourself grounded.
Yes, I keep myself grounded. You see, even when sometimes I've prayed, like currently I'm consistently praying about a particular struggle. So much that when God wants me to do something, I'm like, I have this struggle. You know, I have this struggle.
You're not addressing it.
Yeah, you know, I have this struggle, and I feel like I'm not the best person for you to call to do this particular thing. But I always find myself doing what He has asked me to do. It's almost as if I know your struggle, but I still think you are perfect for me to use for this particular thing.
He doesn't call the qualify. He qualifies who He calls.
So these things all make me still stay at the feet of God. Like I am there. I remember a few days ago I was telling a friend of mine that if I leave God, He should slap me, because
you.
Even I look at the thing saying it's only God.
It's only God.
No, it's only God. It's not even by my own. No. It's only God.
Now, what does spiritual maturity look like for you?
Hey, that's a serious question, though.
Especially with all the noise that goes around in society, what does spiritual maturity look like for you?
You see, aiming to be like Christ is spiritual maturity. If you have not been able to attain that, I still think that you are still balancing.
I mean, is it a destination you reach, or it's a journey?
I feel like we have made it there are so many things that we have made a destination. I do not think it ends.
I don't think so too.
If it ended, then TD Jakes should have ended. He shouldn't be chasing Christ anymore. He should have right now. You know, Bishop TD Jakes would. Hey, okay,
I've arrived.
I've arrived. But when you listen to him sometimes, you constantly hear him say things like he still, he has to pray. Sometimes he has to, meet God at some point. Like, Charlie, what's going on? Yeah, it never ends.
There are different dimensions.
So spiritual maturity and all these things, we the Christians have invented spiritual maturity. Yeah. Because how will, when someone prays more than you, they think they are matured in Christ more than you. When someone knows how to fast better than you do, they think they have matured in Christ more than you. But you know what's funny? When God is calling the people that He wants to use, you realize He doesn't even call the person who fasts the most or prays the most. He actually goes to call the person you least expected.
He's looking at the heart. Thank you.
Did He look at the spiritual maturity? I doubt. There are so many things that Christians have invented. I think, if you ask me. I rarely like to talk about the Christian journey. I only talk about my journey with Christ. Because there are so many things I do not agree with that we do, all of us, and that's not just people, that we do. There's so many things I don't agree with. But the world that we are right now, you don't want to go and say some of these things and just... So I respect people's journey and I just hold on to mine, basically.
Well, what role does God play in you filtering your passion and your purpose? Sometimes you're passionate about something, but it's not the purpose for God has for you now.
So I have experienced what you are saying, especially in business. There's one particular thing I like to do, I'm not going to say, but I really love it. I would want to, genuinely. God was calling me to a more bigger business, but I wasn't seeing it. And with time, I saw it. And when I walked into it, I understood that I can be passionate, but that's not what God wants me to do. You can be passionate, and you're not maybe you can attach it, but you have to walk into the one that
He has called you to do.
I shared that. I mentioned that on the internet. That on a random day, I started calling myself a global business. On a very random day in Rwanda, I was calling myself a serious global business. Why I didn't know what I was saying. I said, oh no, once I'm stepping into territories, I need to claim it to be a global businesswoman. Charlie, you need to move. And I thought it was me, but it wasn't me. God really wanted me to claim that thing, and then now He can usher me into what He has called me for. I know I like business. I know I like to sell and things, but I didn't even know that this is the direction until things started unfolding. From picking the business name down to, I was so convicted in my spirit that the business name has to be from the Bible. It cannot be any name. It cannot be Good Shepherd. It cannot be the Lord has done it. It has to be from the Bible. It has to be from the Bible so that it will convict me every time I'm engaging in a business. I'll remember that my business name is from the Bible. You will not go and do kululu. Better follow the right path. And that's how LVV
was born.
Yeah. I didn't even get the name LVV. My partner did. He just said, okay, let's use this verse and let's change it into Roman numerals and it will make sense. So yeah, I have battled within that space before. What it took me was me realizing, slowly easing into the purpose. And then now, God is a good father. I'm balancing the passion.
God is a good father.
I've put the passion there attached. So that the one that you have called me, I'm doing it too. So let it passion. And everything is doing well by God's grace.
So what would you say to a young woman who is feeling lost, wants to go with the flow? What would you say to her?
Well, my message will not only be for young women, because I think that young men are also play a role in the society. Even though this program is about women, I still think that young men deserve to also, hear advice. I also don't think that I'm that person to advise anybody, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a person that I think I can give anybody an advice, but one thing that I tell everybody, and I'm going to tell anybody that's watching, don't lose yourself in the bid to be seen. You want to be seen. Fantastic. Visibility is everything. It's great. Actually sells you. But the moment you realize that you are losing yourself, by yourself, it's not the self you are showing the internet, the self that you and I know. The moment you realize that you are losing it, please take 10 steps back and relook at it again. Is it worth it to lose yourself to be seen? Or is it worth it to not be seen whilst maintaining yourself? So the battle will be between you and God. You people will decide which one works for you. But please don't lose yourself. Something that is happening now. People are losing themselves to be seen. So don't.
It's amazing.
Yeah, don't lose yourself. That's the only advice. The rest, the vibes, Charlie. Give it to God, and live and be happy. It's not that hard.
Yeah. Before we leave, you're on the internet.
Yeah, I'm on the internet.
What would you want the internet to remember you for when you are no more? What legacy would you want the internet to remember you for?
Joy. Joy. I just want them to remember me for somebody who gave them joy and a lot of laughter. Every other thing is just too serious. I don't want to be. If my business becomes, which it will be extremely big, and I've left a legacy for my children's children, great. But when my name is mentioned, I wanted to be associated with giving, joy, happiness. Most importantly, that's all. Someone who gave a lot, even when it was difficult.
Yeah.
And then someone who brought joy to people. Like anywhere she enters, if the place is gloomy, there's light.
There's light. Let there be light.
And there was light.
Amen.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm enjoying this conversation so much.
You don't want it to end. It will end.
I wish we were not bringing it to an end, but we have something wonderful for you. Just to appreciate you for making
What was that? You
for making your way
things.
here.
Hey.
Thank you. So this is for you from the Phee Show.
Okay, thank you so much.
You can decide to open it. You can decide
I'll open it. I mean, why should I wait and get home? And I should open it.
Open it.
Life is too short. Why not? But hey, Saga. Hey, wow. There's a note. I want to read the notes.
You can read it.
Dear phenomenal woman, thank you for lending your voice, your truth, your heart to the Phee Show. Your story didn't just fall the room. You moved it. Hey. I like it. It's nice. Jobless. There's mascara.
Thank you so much.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, there's even brushes.
I hope you enjoy.
Oh, wow.
My own brand. I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. And it's a wrap. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. See you next time. Bye.